Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, we're really happy to have people from the state to talk to us about different things, and we have Marty Gallagher from the county. I mean, that's one of the lines I have, right? We're not anarchists. We know we need government, but we just want each to stay in their lane. And just a couple comments. Yeah, so I didn't know about the school funding. I mean, I remembered it was unconstitutional. And then Kelly said something was passed in 2020. And 2020 was a little distracting, if you remember. There were other things happening, and I guess this went under the radar. So if it fixes it, then it fixes it. What do I know? I don't know. But thank you. But the other thing that's kind of gut-wrenching is kind of what Chuck was saying. Do we fund NOACA? No, state money does not fund NOACA. State money funds grants that fund NOACA, right? I mean, sometimes we get into these things, and that's why there's a general distrust about where is this money going, and how can they be accountable if we want to change things like property taxes that are forever taxed? I don't know. But anyway, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Kelly, and thanks all of you for the questions and the interest. Okay, so next we have some general announcements. We've been talking about the January 6th folks, ever since the beginning, and they have all been thankfully pardoned, and that's good. But now, as we all know, they need to kind of move forward. Yeah, they got case. I don't know. None of us know what the future holds. As far as that goes.
Buy their books.
I'm sorry.
Buy their books.
Buy their books. Yes, buy their books. Support them. There is a link in the very bottom here that I guess we're endorsing. It's called sponsorj6.com, and we can help families. Families that have they lost their main source of income. They're who knows what's going on. I don't know what the reaction is to these folks coming back into job life and other things. But anyway, sponsorj6 is something that sponsorj6.com is something that we are looking at. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Okay, Lori. Yeah, so that's the jug. If you want to donate directly to the January 6th fund, it's because we have been donating as a group, and if you want to throw some money in there, we will get it to there. Get it to that point. Thank you. If you haven't joined a membership, then I encourage you to. I think it's like $5 each time you come, but if you just pay $25 for an individual, $40 for a family, then you get the whole year's worth of. You can just walk in, find your name tag, and there we go. Yeah, we have free coffee and donuts, straw polls, influence. Yeah, a lot of people do. And this Tea Party, it started as the Tea Party. People don't call it Tea Party anymore. I'm a classic, so I call it Tea Party. But one of the reasons that I think this has been successful is kind of we focused on local issues. We focused on county, township, and city. There's only so much we can do nationally, but I think the strength we've had over the decade has been in local Lorain County and pushing Lorain County and reaching out to voters over the years and trying to shift things, and it's worked. I mean, I think last time I was here, I pointed out that Lorain County shifted 16 points from 2008. Obama won by 12 back then, and now Trump has won by 4, I think. If that's the number, but yeah, but that's part of the energy that we've had. I think has helped that. So I'm going to pass it over to Lori, who's going to talk about our volunteer program.
First of all, I owe you an apology. I was not here last month, so there's about 16 of you who signed up that I don't have name tags made yet. So please accept my apology. I hope to have them ready for you next month. We have 93 members in this group. I think that's applaudable. Would you? And this is only March. Many of you in this room are guests this morning. We thank you for coming, and we do invite you to consider an annual membership. As Mike mentioned, $25 for an individual, $40 for every member in your household family. That $25 covers 5 monthly meetings. So if you plan to attend more than 5 meetings, pay for the year. It's cheaper. The Tea Party does ask you to invest your time, your talent, and your treasure. Your treasure is your annual dues, and we appreciate that very much. Your time and your talent, if I can draw your attention to this blue board over on the wall over here, that blue board contains a series of task tickets. I have one here in front. This is just asking you to invest your talent and your time. Every ticket represents a task. The one I have in my hand is an OEIN, which is Ohio Election Integrity Network volunteer. You can volunteer to work with this network to clean up the voter rolls in Ohio, and that counts as one of the 3 tasks we're asking you to do for the entire year. Tasks are as simple as what Christine did this morning. Stand in front, offer a very short prayer, and then lead us in the pledge. That's a volunteer task. That's one of 3 we're asking you to do. They can be as complicated as going to the poll and volunteer, well, some are paid positions, some are volunteer positions, working the election day, and a whole host of things. We need somebody to clean up the room after each of our meetings. That's a task. We have a fair booth at the in the summer that you can man for 2-hour periods. That's a task. We're asking you to invest, along with your dollars and your dues, a few hours of your talent and your time. Review the tickets on the board, pick one. One half is for your name and contact for me. Return this half to me. Keep the second half that reminds you what you volunteered for. The part that comes to me, put in this jug, it'll be on the table. As far as that J6 donation jug, it's going to be on a table in the back. Thank you so very much for investing your time, talents, and treasures.
All right, so impromptu, I want to let everybody know that last month our membership signed letters to President Trump and both of our senators, a couple of U.S. representatives and such, and we did get a response back from Bernie Moreno that he acknowledged our letter. And this month we have also a letter table where Elroy Wills had crafted a letter to Pam Bondi to acknowledge that she has got the qualifications and everything to be our Attorney General for the United States, and to ask her to do her job. And if you have a minute, please stop back there and give us a signature, and those will get sent off to another group of people as well, probably both the senators as well as the president and Vice President J.D. Vance as well. But this letter writing campaign is something that I want to do also at the local level. And Bob Gargis, I think I want to talk to you about a possible letter to talk about the state stance on revamping our property taxes for education specifically. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff and Lori. And yeah, so next we have a speaker who